Hello everyone, we're here with our
Hello.
ultimate team producers to give a special presentation on what's new to FUT in FIFA 23. All right, over to you team.
Thanks, Derek. We are here with
Ojo,
Richard
Derek.
and Aslan from the development team to talk about everything new in Ultimate Team. So Aslan, let's start with you. What are you
Good moment,
most excited
chemistry,
about?
la
in
química
FIFA
en el
Ultimate
punto
Team?
2,
You know, there's no question it has to be.
Ahí está,
FUT moments.
está aquí arriba,
It's our
miradlo.
brand new mode.
¿Qué es
It's
esto?
gonna give players a new way to play, a new way to earn rewards. It's totally different from anything we've done before. It's going to be single player, fast, fun, bite-sized scenarios with a ton of variety and unique challenges.
Bite size, so that means that we
es
can
esto?
play certain scenarios within
No
a
entiendo lo de
match,
los
like
grupos.
the 75th minute.
You got it. So it's going to be short gameplay sessions. It could be scoring a free kick. It could be completing a comeback when you're 2-0 down with only 10 minutes to go. But we'll also
Ya
have
son rollos
crazier ones,
retos.
you know, things like
Rollos partido más
scoring a
corto,
goal with your
retos.
keeper without completing a single pass, without losing possession. We can do all kinds of fun stuff that is just really different from our other modes.
¿Cuánta media tenía
Does that mean that
Vinicius,
we
tío?
can
No lo he visto.
create matches and
No lo he
scenarios
visto,
that
ni me
we've
he
seen
fijado.
in
No
real
estará
life over
actualizado,
the
si
weekend?
tiene eso.
You know, we're going to have a mix, right? So some moments will be inspired by real life, recreating that banger from the weekend, that goal from
Esto,
Son with a
el
finesse
nuevo
shot from
tiro vais
outside
a
the box.
flipar.
But
Vais a
we'll
flipar.
also have more unique and creative ones that really just are very distinct and different from how you play in other modes in FUT. So there's going to be a lot of variety and a lot of fun ways to play.
Puede
in
molar,
moments.
Lo de las
Now,
remontadas
what
para...
exactly do you get
Buah,
when
eso
you
va a molar
complete
mucho.
a moment?
Yeah, so when you're completing moments, I think the most important thing is that you get to set your own difficulty level. So based off your difficulty level, we're going to give you stars as a reward.
Ahora.
So stars are a brand new reward type to Ultimate Team this year. So you're going to be able to redeem them in the Moments Reward Gallery. But you're going to always have new rewards for you to
Vale,
be looking
por
out for and
recompensas, por
exchanging
sobres, se
stars
canjea por
for.
sobres.
But your stars will never go away. So it's up to you if you
¿Y
want
cómo
to
que cero Mbappé? A mí no me la coláis en
them
ninguno de
or
esos...
if you
Ah,
wanna
vale, este
save them
tío,
up
vale,
for
vale,
something
vale.
special.
So
Vale,
is
vale.
it a system
Hostia, pues
that
puede
comes
molar
in
eso, tío. A ver
season for
cómo lo
moments?
hacen.
Yeah, so there's going to be a
Pero
mix of
puede molar
content. We're
sacarse
going to
un
have a
Super
lot
Ultimate
that's
gratis.
going to be available right from launch, and then we're also
Sobre
going
todo
to
al
have
principio
some
del
seasonal
juego.
content that's going to come and go. Some might be up for a few days, some might be up for a month.
Now,
89
this is
son, que
really
son las
interesting
mismas
because
medias,
some
chavales.
people might
No
come home,
preocuparse.
play FIFA, but they don't have enough time to play a full match. So this is like, yeah, like you said, bite-sized.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite parts about it, is that if I have a few minutes free, now I can jump into Ultimate Team and I can make progress. I can practice my free kicks, I can practice dribbling, or I can just try out a scenario and
Puede
see
estar
how that
guapo esto,
goes.
tío. Todo lo que añadan y
So
no
what I'm
rompa
really excited
mucho.
about are the new changes that
La
we've made to
química.
chemistry. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest changes we've ever made. In 23, we're totally overhauling chemistry and you'll have more variety than ever in how you build your squad. So we focused on making it more authentic with how we're doing positioning, more intuitive with how your players are going to link on the pitch, and really just enabling a lot more experimentation and variety when it comes to building your
Sí, vale
squad.
mucho texto,
Now, one
pero
thing I
dime,
noticed
dime,
about
dime
the screen is
exactamente cómo va.
that there are no
Es que no hay
cam
química.
Yeah, that's right. So
No hay
positional
links.
links are gone. Players can now link
Los han
across the
quitado.
entire pitch. Your left back and your right back are linked. Your goalkeeper and your striker. If we look at Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold, for example, this is an iconic duo, a real threat in the Premier League. In 23, they can now build chemistry towards each other. And the same thing works when you're building hybrid
Aquí
squads.
arriba, aquí
You're
arriba.
able to link
Hostia,
up
qué
your
guapo,
striker, let's say
chaval.
Mbappe, with
O sea,
your
literal,
defenders from
Militao y
PSG
Vini,
or
y
France
Vini
or
pueden
Defense.
dar.
So there's a
química.
lot more options now when it comes to building interesting
Qué
squads
guapo.
with more variety instead of having to rely on neighboring links.
No,
and
las
game
medias no
links.
están
So
actualizadas.
I'm
¿Tú crees que
noticing
Vinicius
that
va a
every
tener
player
80 y Pedri
has 3
81?
diamonds on them. Does that represent the chemistry?
Yeah, so players can now have between 0 and 3 chemistry, 0 being the minimum and 3 being the maximum.
So one thing I also see on this screen is the left panel. Does that help you figure out how much chem you're getting for each player?
Hostia, qué
Yeah, so
guapo,
this will be a reference
chaval.
point for how you build
Qué
chemistry.
guapo.
Each nation, each club, each league in your squad will be represented in this left panel, and you'll build chemistry towards the thresholds for each of these. As you add players, you'll start working towards these thresholds and unlock chemistry for that nation, league, or club.
So are there any changes to positioning?
The first big change is that most players will have a secondary position. And the secondary position is based off of where they play in the real world.
So let's take João Cancelo, for example. Sometimes
Hostia,
he
para la
plays
química
at
eso va a
left
molar
back,
también que
and
flipas, tío.
Other weekends he plays
El
at
son
right
de
back, so
por la otra
you
banda y
have
todo.
a
Y este
secondary
pavo
position.
saldrá de
So
medio.
I
A
think it's
ver.
the perfect example. For the first time, you can have
Healing,
position
¿qué es
change from
healing?
the left side to the right side of the pitch, or vice versa.
Hostias,
And
nah.
with Cancelo, switch from being a right back to being a left back in your
Hostia,
squad.
qué puto hype,
And it's also
tío.
a really cool way that we can differentiate unique players. So Cancelo, based on what he does in real life for City, you can now reflect that in game as well.
So can players have more than one alternate position?
Yeah, so players can have up to 3 secondary positions, and most will have at least one. If
Claro,
a player
los
is at a
extremos de
position,
banda, pero hay un
they
montón
will
de
always
peña,
have
tío,
zero
rollo, que se podrá
chemistry.
meter en el
And
medio,
at
tío.
zero chemistry, there are no more negative attributes. They're still going to play at least as good as their base stats. So already you've got a lot more options for trying out players without having to rework your entire
Eso es
squad.
verdad, eso es
So
verdad.
now
Se
let's
van a
talk
poder
about
probar más
icons and
jugadores,
heroes.
tío.
How do
O sea,
they
rollo,
help with
este
the
da
chemistry
química
of the
con
team?
este pavo
So
por
icons and
esto
heroes
del
always give a
PSG.
unique benefit to your
A ver
team,
los
and
iconos.
that's not changing with 23. Icons and heroes, as long as they're in the right position, will always be at full chemistry. On top of that, icons will count as 2 players towards their nation, and heroes will count as 2 players towards their league. If you play an icon or hero out of position, they're going to be at 0 chemistry. Now remember, at 0
Esto habrá
chem,
que
players
entenderlo,
won't
tío.
have
Y ahora los
negative
SBCs.
attributes, so they're
Habrá
always
que
gonna
verlo,
play
tío.
at least
Cambia
as good as
todo el
their
juego,
base
literal.
stats. So you can try
O sea,
out
si la
icons
gente
and
quería
heroes
un
out of
cambio,
position if
esto
you
es
just wanna
un
see what they play
cambio.
like in that squad.
Esto desde que se
So
creó el juego
everybody's gonna
ahora
talk about crossplay.
es un
And
cambio
I
completo,
want to
tío.
know how is that going to affect
No entiendo,
FIFA
pero es muy difícil entender
So
un
what
trailer,
that means
esperar,
for
es normal.
us
Yo
is
tampoco
that
lo
we're
entiendo al
adding
100%.
crossplay to all of our
Literal, yo
one
no lo he
versus one
entendido
modes.
al este.
So if you're playing on the same generation
Pero
of
yo creo que
consoles as
entendiéndolo
someone,
puede estar
you're
muy
going to be
guapo,
able to
tío.
match
O
up
sea, es
with
decir,
them.
no hace
So
falta
that means
tener
our
a
PlayStation and
de
our
delantero comerte una pedazo de mierda de jugador rollo. Es que no sé, por ejemplo, por tirar algún triple. Si necesitas a Mbappé, no necesitas meter a Icardi justo al principio del juego para linkearlo. Con meter a Kimi, que son del mismo equipo, ya te linkean, tío.
Fox
Eso es la
users
polla.
are finally going to get to battle head to head. What that also means is that we're introducing crossplay
A ver,
to
esto
our
es crossplay,
friendlies
que bueno,
modes
esto ya
as
lo
well.
sabíamos.
So if you have friends and you want a bit of a friendly competition
esto ya
from
está
platform to
filtrado.
platform, you're going to be able to do that now.
And what does that mean for the transfer market?
We have one global transfer market for most players. So if you're a FUT trader, you should pay attention to this because it means there's going to be more content for you to play with and more people who are
Hablo de
going to be
los trailers,
competing on the
pero si los
transfer market
trailers
as
están
well.
bloqueados,
So in
¿no?
terms of draft, FUT champions,
Corea.
and rivals, will that be crossplay as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So all of our 1v1 head-to-head modes are going to be crossplay.
On top of that, we're also adding
Food
global
Champs, esperamos
leaderboards.
a los
So
de
for the
Xbox,
first
eh.
time in Rivals, you're going to look at the elite
esperamos a
division
los de
and see
Xbox.
players from other platforms to compete for that #1 spot. But you can
Oye,
also
aquí,
toggle it to only
el
look at your
Elite,
platform
no vamos a
leaderboard as
catar
well.
Elite en
So I'll
años.
be honest, one thing I love doing is spending time customizing my stadium. Is there anything new when it comes
Todo
to
bueno.
that?
Yeah, we're making upgrades across the board, Shu. So your stadium's going to have a new roof for tier 1, 2, and 3. We've got new animated pitch trophies that look awesome. We've got new animated tifos as well. So how you can customize and show off your stadium is going to look so much better in FIFA 23.
So it's a World Cup year. Is there anything coming for FUT?
We are going to have the World Cup in FUT this year, but I
Qué bueno este
can't really
cambio,
say anything else, so stay tuned.
Well, I mean, hey, you can't get everything you want,
Qué
but
bueno el cambio,
did
tío.
get a lot of
Qué
great
bueno.
new details on
PC
FIFA
también, no
Ultimate
salía
Team
PC,
and FIFA 23.
Salía Xbox
We heard
y
about the
Play.
brand new mode, FUT Moments, a brand new chemistry system that's going to redefine the way we play Ultimate Team.
Es que esto cambia
Crossplay
literalmente todo el
functionality,
juego,
and
tío.
of course, visual customization.
Lo de la
is gonna
química
make
cambia
your
totalmente
stadium
el juego,
look
tío.
Incredible. Aslan,
totalmente.
Richard, it's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to FIFA 23.
Literal. No,
And back
es
to you,
que...
Derek.
Buah.
Cheers, everyone.
Si os ha gustado el vídeo, dejad un tst y os dejo por aquí otro que, si os ha gustado este, fijo que os va a gustar.